here. My whole family's here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. My dad's he'll be in the garage probably.
Oh, right, yeah. And your brother, yeah. Yeah, have you met Tom? Have you met him yet?
Yeah. No, I invited him yesterday, so he came yesterday.
Oh, is he nice?
Yes, all the time 3 and 4, 7. I go on trot outside, and then it picks up. This is a bit stupid.
And that was developing during quality?
I was there all the time. Yesterday all day. But
Is that your brother?
yeah. I got food on Thursday.
I know.
Have you been on time frame?
Could do, yeah, like time lapse.
Yeah, time lapse.
That's what we do to get around the front.
You won yesterday.
No.
Doing me.
I respect it.
Johnny was
Great time. Pushing the areas up some other
Hello.
Simon, and a very good afternoon to you, wherever you're watching around the world, and to the 141,000 fans packed into Silverstone on British Grand Prix Sunday. The action gets underway in an hour and a bit's time, but it is time first to welcome our drivers onto the grid. All 20 of our drivers for this afternoon's British Grand Prix. Waiting for them on the grid, the 2009 Formula One World Champion Jenson Button. So let's start by saying a very big Silverstone hello to the 5-time World Champion and 5-time Silverstone British Grand Prix winner, Lewis Hamilton.
Great to see you, Lewis. Yeah, fantastic to see you. First of all, we'll start with a message for all these adoring fans that have come out to see here today. It must be pretty special being here for the British Grand Prix.
Well, you know how it is. It's a real honour to be one of them that are one of the drivers. You too, man. Thank you. You know, one of them that are representing the country, and you know, seeing all all the British flags here. It's a real privilege to be here, to be one of the 20 and only a few of us that get to do this. So yeah, I'm hopeful that I'm gonna be able to try and make them proud today.
Yeah, and also a lot of them are here for you, definitely. So you've won here in the Drive many times. You've won here in torrential rain back in 2008, was it? So today, starting P2, it's obviously not the position you would have liked yesterday. You know, you always want to go for that pole position in qualifying. But your starts have been great this year, and your pace on Friday looked fantastic. So you must feel pretty good about today.
Yeah, I think it's. I think the guys behind us, a couple of us, have started on the soft, so they should have a bit of an advantage on the start. So it'll be interesting the first few laps, and then yeah. But the long run was good, so hopefully that bodes well for today. But strategy is going to be everything. Timing is going to be everything, and you know, who knows if the good UK weather comes where it's just raining on Stowe Corner, turn 15 or something like that, that'd be pretty neat. But otherwise, you know, I hope it stays dry for the crowd, and I hope that we get some sort of racing in that will make it exciting.
Yeah, you've had some really exciting experiences this weekend already. One driving Sir Frank Williams around the circuit, and I also hear you have another pretty amazing experience coming up, where you have the best chauffeur ever driving you around the circuit.
Oh,
your dad.
Oh my God. Oh my God, what's my dad doing there? Oh jeez, it's a family charade. Oh God. It's your car, is it? Oh. It's your car. I'm the driver.
So this is pretty special for you guys. You've got the whole family here. So how does it feel to be driving him around Silverstone?
Well, I can't guarantee to bring him back in one piece, but I'll try.
Well, when I go to visit my dad, he always wants to take me out in the car, and I never sat on the back of the, you know, of the hood. So I'm a bit nervous about this one. Nick, why don't you get up there and I'll sit in the seat? It doesn't matter if you fall off.
Oh, that's lovely. Well, I hope you have a lovely time. I'm sure the fans are going to love you guys all together for this lap, and hope you have a great day. Cheers, Lewis. Thanks, guys.
Max, a scintillating race last time out. What chance of back-to-back victories from Austria and now Silverstone?
Well, I mean, we're quite competitive in qualifying, so I think it will be a close fight, and I think that's what everyone wants to see. You know, different teams fighting for it. So that's definitely what we're going to try to do today.
Maybe the threat of rain, that would be a good thing, wouldn't it, for you?
I wouldn't mind. I mean, it always makes it a bit more interesting as well. So let's see.
You've certainly taken the biggest step forward throughout the weekend. How confident and comfortable do you feel in the car going into the race?
Yeah, luckily we made the right changes to the car for qualifying, so that normally works in the race as well. So I'm looking forward to it.
Have a great day. Please don't run over my foot.
Thank you.
And Max, I'm sure, will leave, as will his driver Natalie's foot, in one piece. He lines up fourth on the grid today, Max Verstappen, and for the second race running alongside Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari. What a place, Silverstone, to go for a family drive if you're the Hamiltons, eh? Nick Hamilton and Anthony Hamilton in the front seats, Lewis Hamilton sitting on the rear there. Two racing drivers, but it's Dad that gets behind the wheel of his car as they head off around the 3.66 miles here of Silverstone, place Lewis Hamilton knows very well indeed. Right at the head of the field, you can see there the Alfetta, the car that won the very first Formula One World Championship Grand Prix all the way back in 1950 here at the Silverstone circuit as we celebrate the 70th British Grand Prix, World Championship British Grand Prix here this year. The 53rd time the World Championship British Grand Prix has been held here at Silverstone, where we'll be coming, of course, for another 5 years as well, with a new contract being signed just a few days before the start of this year's race. Sebastian Vettel deciding that the conditions a little too British for him, so he might need to retreat behind the warmth of the windscreen. Lando Norris and Max Verstappen waving to the fans. Lewis Hamilton getting a few moments captured on his phone for social media purposes. And wherever you are around the Silverstone circuit, give the drivers a wave and a cheer on their way. And the marshals getting the best vantage points, and hasn't it been brilliant to see so many marshals here providing such a brilliant service throughout this weekend, as they do every year at the British Grand Prix. Without them, of course, we just couldn't go racing. It's like an MG Drivers Club day out, but it's the track parade for the British Grand Prix. Romain Grosjean Kevin Magnussen. The two Haas drivers starting in 14th and 16th place, respectively, on the grid. George Russell, who has been here, of course, before and won in the Junior Formula, but sampling his first Formula One experience at Silverstone. And he should know really how windy it is here. And it's probably best to keep your cap in your hand as you drive around the circuit. A little bit blustery up at Village and Farm and the new Loop complex. The track itself might look like it's been raining all day. It hasn't. There's been a few sprinklings and a shower or two, but the weather should be set fair for this afternoon's race. Clouds hanging overhead, but the teams say the forecast is that even though there might be just a little shower at about 3 o'clock, it'll be mainly dry, of course, for the Grand Prix. And that's Sir Frank Williams in the front seat, along with David Coulthard, I could just see there. Sir Frank celebrating the 40th anniversary of the first Williams Grand Prix victory. Clay Regazzoni here at Silverstone in 1979, and this the year that he celebrates 50 years as the longest serving team principal as well. Charles Leclerc, Monegasque driver, third on the grid for today, the man who's led 124 laps this season, and still looking, of course, for his first win, which may or may not come later on this afternoon. The drivers now in their parade, making their way towards Brooklands in front of the British Racing Drivers Club grandstand and clubhouse. Thumbs up and smiles from all three of the Hamilton family. What a place for a Sunday drive. I'm amazed Lewis didn't know that his dad was driving today. We were told about this weeks ago. The Wellington Straight, the drivers making their way through. In a few moments' time, we'll hear from Lando Norris and also from George Russell out on the track as well. Kevin Magnussen qualified outside of the top 10 this week after an impressive showing in Austria. Danny Kvyat, who's having a poor run in qualifying at the moment, having to do his hard work from the back of the grid, again 17th. He lines up today, and his teammate Alexander Albon for Toro Rosso, making his best ever career start after qualifying 9th. You might see out on the track as well David Coulthard driving Sir Frank Williams. Former driver, of course, with Sir Frank's team, and only fitting at DC, driving his old boss around. Brilliant scenes here at the home of Formula One, the Formula One World Championship, and the home of the British Grand Prix. Not a ticket to be had this afternoon, an absolute sellout, and there Valtteri Bottas, a pole sitter. First time he's ever qualified in the top 3 here at Silverstone. He did it by just 6 milliseconds. Closest qualifying in almost a decade. Yeah, Gasly starting 5th on the grid. Daniel Ricciardo just behind him on the track parade. He starts 7th today for the Renault team. I'm sure a very popular man in these parts, always smiling, always happy. This the circuit, of course. He made his Formula One debut back in 2011, driving for the HRT team. George Russell and Alex Albon down there. I've got a few caps to give out. And some great mementos for everyone in the crowd. Go on, catch. He appeared on the stage last night, George Russell, in front of about 15,000 British fans, and just stood there taking it all in. very special occasion, a very special day for the young man from King's Lynn in Norfolk.
Lando Norris. How are you, Lando?
Hello, I'm awesome. How are you?
Very good. Well, it's lovely to see there's a nice little fan base up there from McLaren. Say hi to them.
Hello, everyone.
Right, 8th yesterday. Happy with that performance in qualifying?
I am. I mean, it's a good starting position tomorrow. Yeah. In hindsight, it could have been one place better. So a little bit frustrated, but apart from that, it was a good day, and it's it's going to be a better day today.
What has it been like, your first British Grand Prix? How have you been feeling this morning?
Well, I woke up with a big smile on my face. It's awesome. You know, the whole atmosphere, the experience of coming to Silverstone, a track I love driving. I've driven here for years. And the fans make it even better, so it's a pleasure to be here.
Right, and what about the race itself? What are you expecting to get as a result today?
Realistically, podium. No.
Like it.
Realistically, obviously, Ricciardo is the guy I need to get past. He's in my race, he's in our race. But if any other positions pop up and I can go even higher up, then I'll go for it.
Right. Well, we've got some shirts. You're going to have a little bit of a blast in there. You're going to be firing those in, yeah. So, yeah. So, ready?
Do I need to hold on tight?
I don't know. You want to do what you want to do with it. Off you go. Very good. Well, you're sharing it well so far.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so. I tell you what, let's give this a double. Give it a double. Yeah, give it a double. Right, now, we might be able to reach the top with a bit of luck. Go on, go for it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Good job. Yeah, you're going to put on a good show for these guys today as well, yeah?
It seems to work, doesn't it?
It does indeed, yes. Go on, do it for it. Right then, Lando, last one. What about these guys? What are you going to do for them today? What do you want to bring them as a result?
Just a good show. I don't know, some action, some overtaking, and I just want to enjoy it as well, so I hope they do.
I tell you what, enjoy your first British Grand Prix. Lando Norris, everyone.
So Daniel, P7, you've got a Ferrari in front, a McLaren behind. What kind of race can we expect?
Hopefully a good one, of course. I think Silverstone certainly can provide it. There's a lot of places to overtake and to have a run, and I think the exciting thing today is it doesn't look like it's going to be an easy one-stop. So yeah, it could be a bit of strategy coming into play as well, and yeah, maybe on fresher tyres, if people are coming through at the end of the race, it could really liven it up. So I'm hoping for kind of a mixed strategy race, and yeah, we'll see what the weather does as well, as always.
Yeah, a little sprinkling of rain could be a bit of fun.
Yeah, it's just, this is probably what, the hottest day in the British summer? I don't know.
We're tanning under this, you know that.
Everyone's wearing t-shirts. It sickens me.
It's the best it gets. But just tell us why the drivers love this circuit so much. It's fast, it's technical. Obviously, this new asphalt is making even more of a challenge.
Yeah, the new asphalt's good. It's got a lot of grip, so just makes all the fast stuff even faster, which is good. And just where you really feel an F1 car. Oh, an F1 car. Lots of downforce, change of direction, and yeah, you feel your body around here, and it's just a good time.
Good luck today.
Thanks.
Have a good time.
Getting Max Verstappen down in the pit lane. Two old teammates and still very good friends as well. Lando Norris, expert shooting skills with the t-shirts. Behind him, Alex Albon, second Thai driver to drive in the history of the Formula One World Championship. The first, Prince Bira, was on duty in the first ever Formula One World Championship Grand Prix, of course. And Alex, born in London, so it's kind of his home race, as we haven't got a Thai Grand Prix just yet in Formula One. George Russell was racing stock cars in the build-up to this week's action at Silverstone and was very impressive going around the ovals. Very much looking forward to this afternoon. Lando Norris, who's already been in a gravel trap with Johnny Herbert so far this weekend, gets a little bit too close to the gravel trap once again. Of course, Lando and Alex Albon and George Russell, firm friends from their junior Formula and from their karting days, and absolutely loving the very special, unique atmosphere that is race day here at Silverstone. Plenty of Union flags, plenty of Hammer Time banners, but great support for every single one of the drivers. Lots of orange, as you would expect as well. Max Verstappen fans driving for the Red Bull team, based just 10 or so miles down the road in Milton Keynes. Britain the home to 7 of the 10 Formula One teams on the grid, with Toro Rosso having a base in this country as well, so you could effectively make it 8 out of 10. Like I say, not a single ticket to be had for today's action. A sellout crowd here at Silverstone once again. Saw Sir Frank Williams as he made his way back into the pit lane with David Coulthard driving the Mercedes-Benz. Claire Williams sat in the back as well, and Sir Frank grinning the broadest grin and enjoying the moment as well, just as he did when Lewis Hamilton took him out for a hot lap the other day. Absolutely superb moment to see Lewis and Sir Frank on the track, and well, all those days, nights, long hours put in at the track on their way up to Formula One, and for Lando Norris, for Alex Albon and for George Russell, such a special moment today. I'm sure a moment that whatever happens over the 52 laps, they won't forget in a hurry. George Russell taking the long way round club as they come to the end of their formation lap, and the 3 youngsters very much bringing up the rear. The rest of the drivers have all disappeared off back to the paddock to get themselves ready for the start of the race. The last 3 cars pulling up onto the grid. Thank you to all of our drivers for making their way out to greet our sensational crowd here this afternoon. Let's head down to the grid. Natalie Pinkham's with Alex Albon and George Russell.
Alex, P9, strong season, and hopefully another strong race today. How are you feeling?
Yeah, it's been going really well. Had a good qualifying. Our car was quick all weekend, so excited, trying to get into the points, as you said, and we'll see.
George, everybody says that you first get a real sense of driving in front of a home crowd when you do the driver's parade. How was it? Do you got goosebumps?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's probably just as amazing doing this lap as it was driving yesterday, to be honest. I think this crowd are amazing, and there is really a different atmosphere and vibe about Silverstone. It's down to these guys, so thank you, keep it up. And I mean, I can't show anything for it this year, but hopefully in years to come I can put on a bit more of a show for the guys.
And what is it like driving together? You've got your friends, you've grown up together. Is it a bit of fun?
Friends? No, it's great, to be honest. You know, we've come through the ranks together, and we're good mates on the track, off the track, and yeah, all adds to the experience.
Good luck today. Thank you so much.
Cheers.